This is one part of the market that's been really buzzing. So much of order inflow, a lot of chatter. Harshit Kapadia, Vice President, Industrials, Consumer Durables and Electricals, as well as Renewables at Elara, is joining in. Harshit, thanks. Good to have you on the show. Well, for starters, we'll ask you to, wear your hat as a, defense analyst. I know you track a lot of sectors, including, large part of capital goods as well. The news flow keeps coming, right? Yesterday, we got to know that HAL has bagged, I think, orders around 6,800 odd crores for some trainer aircraft. There's a lot of chatter about a large, order on artillery guns. I think these new guns are supposed to replace Bofors. We don't know if Bharat Forge gets it or not. But the fact is that, there has been a pickup in order flow, at least on this one side, from the government. Now, if we talk about defense itself, then how are you slicing up the opportunity? And given that a lot of stocks have already moved, is there still an entry point somewhere out there, at least in some of them?
Morning. So starting with your first question, so the story on defense is largely on two fronts. One is on indigenization, which is what government is currently working on, and we have also seen a very strong correlation of what they are saying and what is the action on ground. So they have already allocated 75% of the defense capital budget, which is 1.4 lakh crore, which was 1.6 lakh crore, which was defense capital budget. Out of it, almost 75%, almost a lakh crore is something which is given allocated for domestic companies. So that is where the indigenization drive, which government is talking about, substitution largely. And the second big trend is on the export side. Just a few 15 days back, Bharat Dynamics also announced an order for exports worth almost $255 million. So that is also a very large order for them. So this is where the things are moving as far as defense is concerned. On the HAL particular order, so this was already announced in defense export that HTP 40 of 70 numbers would be given to them at 6,800 crores. We are also anticipating another 36 such HTP 40 to be given over next 3 years of a similar size here. Additionally, on where the entry point is, so when we look at the defense allocation, so a large part of the allocation is toward Air Force, followed by Army and Navy. So within that space, HAL is looking to be the most beneficiary given the size of allocation which is given to the defense capex within the Air Force space. Yeah.
All right, Harshit, I think we have a little bit of a scratchy line, but before we wind down, could you tell us your top picks and in order of preference as well?
Sure. So my top picks is Hindustan Aeronautics, followed by Bharat Dynamics and GRSC. Within the private space, I like Data Patterns.
Okay. All right. We'll leave it on that note, Harshit, for this morning. Thanks for joining in. The pre-open seems to be settling.